and model, Olympian, and adrenaline-pumping action star Jason Statham joins us live.
Gonna kill me!
All right, we're just getting started here on The 7. Coming up, is there anything this guy can't do? Tough guy Jason Statham is joining us live.
Yes! Hell yeah! Plus, Fall Out Boy Pete Wentz gives us Super Bowl predictions in a 7 exclusive.
And how to get more mileage out of your clothes. Celeb-inspired fashions that you can wear all year round. We'll be right back.
Keep doing the ballet.
Know what a mechanic is? A hitman. Want to know what you know? Follow me.
The Mechanic, rated R, starts January 28th.
One of the most badass stars, one of the most badass action stars on the planet, Mr. Jason Statham. He's in the new movie The Mechanic, in which he plays a hitman for hire.
Let's give it up for the one, the only, and one of the best-looking men in Hollywood, Jason Statham!
Dude, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Thank you for being here. So your roles are always very physical. I mean, you really get down in these movies. So in the movie, you play a hitman, and you pretty much always do your own stunts, right? So what is the worst injury that you've ever sustained?
You get a few injuries. I mean, it's par for the course. We're making action films. You know, you're in these situations. The worst one I can remember, I think I broke my ankle, almost broke it. I tore all the ligaments and the tendons in it a few years ago. And it never really heals as well as it should. So, but no matter what movie you do, you always end up getting some kind of a ding in some part of your body.
So do you always have to be gentle with the ankle now?
Not really. I mean, what can you do? You can strap it up and you can do what you can, but...
Are there any stunts that you just say no to? Just anything off limits?
It's very difficult because years ago I made a film and I ended up doing all my own stunts because they didn't have the budget to do any CGI or even, you know, get a stunt double that even looked like me. So now it's kind of expected that I do my own stunts. So I've dug myself a very deep hole that I can't climb out of.
Have you actually said no to anything?
Not yet, no. I mean, there's certain things that I won't do, but there's stuff that involves, big explosions and,
Sure.
plenty of fire. It just doesn't make any sense.
Right. In the movie, you play an assassin, and you're passing your secrets down to your protege, played by Ben Foster, who's great. I love that dude.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
In real life, did you have any sort of mentor that's kind of taught you about the biz?
I suppose when I did the Expendables with Sylvester Stallone. I mean, you're working with Rocky and Rambo, and if there's anyone going to give you a certain amount of advice, it's that man there. So I suppose he's played a big part of giving me some worldy advice. Yeah.
Did you know him before the Expendables?
No, I mean, you feel like you know him because you've seen all his movies.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, I've never met him before that.
The world knows you as this badass action star. Would you ever do a rom-com, a romantic comedy?
You got a script worthy of me being in it? I don't know. It's people always ask me that. I don't know why.
Do they offer them to you?
No, they don't. For the obvious reasons.
Who would you want to play opposite if you did do a rom-com?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know whether I'm cut from the right cloth to play one of those rom-coms.
Reese Witherspoon does a lot of rom-coms. You gonna burn up the screen with Reese?
If they come knocking at my door, I'll it depends if the project's good and it makes sense, I'll do it.
And if you get to carry a gun?
If I get to carry a gun, it seems that I always do that, don't I?
Right, and make it all worth it. Now, you were also a diver on the British national team, so you must have a very intense workout regimen, right?
It changes a lot, depending on what film you're doing and what's required. But I have my down moments where I'm not doing so much.
How many push-ups do you think you could do in 30 seconds?
I don't know. I haven't done that for a while.
We're not going to make you do them, so you can lie.
Don't worry.
All right. A lot.
Do you have any guilty pleasures? Like, do you ever just say, all right, forget it with the working out, forget it with the gym, I'm just going to go to McDonald's and just pig out?
Yeah, of course. I do that all the time. I mean, come Christmas time, it's good for me to go back to England and, spend 3 or 4 weeks in the pub,
Really? What's your guilty pleasure? Like, what's your big cheat there?
No, a lot of people, it's a big thing growing up. You meet in the pub and you drink beer. That's it's a tradition we have back home.
I'm in. Let's do it. Let's get out of here. We have a couple audience members out here who want to ask you some questions. First up is CJ. Here's CJ. There you are.
Yeah.
What's up, mate?
How's it going?
Good.
Do you really know how to
question? How's it going? Next.
Do you really know how to fight like that, or is it just movie magic?
I mean, what we're doing on screen is not like what, you know, it's movie fighting, so each punch that we throw, it misses completely. And, you know, they overreact, so, you know, everything's dialed up in order to make it look good for the screen. So, it's in a practical, sort of real-life situation, it's not very useful. So, if you're tough on the screen, it doesn't mean to say that you can, you know, get in the octagon and, you know, fight any of those dudes. So, no.
How long does it take to actually block out the fight sequences for a film?
It varies, you know. The choreography comes from, you know, some very experienced people, and it depends if you're fighting, you know, many different opponents, and the more complicated and you know, the more villains you have to take care of, the more rehearsal it requires.
And we have another audience question, Claudia.
Right here. Hey. If you could go back in time and witness anything, what would it be?
If I could go back in time. I don't know.
So just any moment
scratching
ever?
my head on that one. I don't know.
A sporting event, perhaps?
I would have liked to have seen one of the Olympics. I always try to get in the Olympics, never quite made it. So one of the Olympic Games would have been a fair thing to go and see.
It's a good question.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
Very nice. All right. Well, thank you so much, Jason. And I have to say, it is National Hug Day today. So
National Hug?
May I have a hug?
Come on.
All right.
So nice.
If you want to see him in action, check out The Mechanic in theaters next Friday.
Jason, thank you so much. One more time for Jason Statham. Yes. All right. Now, tons of you guys have been emailing us and hitting us up on Facebook.